Have you ever been judged by your appearance before saying a word? Imagine being denied access to a luxurious VIP lounge, only to later reveal that you own a significant part of the very airport in question. This is the story of Olivia Reed, a woman of quiet strength and undeniable power. What started as a moment of exclusion turned into a masterclass in justice and transformation. Stay with us as we reveal how Olivia's calm response changed everything. If you love stories about triumph, justice, and change, be sure to subscribe to Story Precious and hit the notification bell so you never miss an inspiring tale. The disrespect. The Skybridge International Airport buzzed with activity. Business travelers in suits tapped on laptops, families corralled their children, and announcements echoed through the intercom. At the far end of Terminal B stood the entrance to the exclusive Skybridge VIP Lounge, a space reserved for elite travelers, business executives, and high-profile guests. Olivia Reed approached the entrance with a calm, measured stride. Her tailored navy blazer, silk blouse, and leather travel bag spoke of elegance and professionalism. Her demeanor was one of quiet confidence. She had been to lounges like this countless times, and this time was no different, or so she thought. A woman named Claire, a lounge attendant in a crisp uniform, stepped forward, her smile tight but professional. Claire's eyes flickered briefly toward Olivia's face, then to her bag, and finally to her shoes, as if taking mental inventory. "Good afternoon, ma'am," Claire said in a polite but cool tone. "May I see your access pass or ticket upgrade?" Olivia reached into her bag and retrieved a sleek, black card with a gold embossed logo, handing it to Claire. The attendant's smile faltered as she examined the card. "This card allows full access to the lounge," Olivia said calmly. "Is there a problem?" Claire's brows knit together, and she pursed her lips. "I'm sorry, but we've had some updates to our guest access policy," she said slowly, handing the card back. "Unfortunately, this card doesn't grant entry." Olivia's eyes narrowed slightly. "That's interesting, since I've used this card here several times before," she replied, her tone calm but firm. "Are you certain about this?" Claire's eyes darted to the side, looking for support from a nearby colleague. "Yes, ma'am," she said, her voice growing more assertive. "We're only allowing access to premium ticket holders and elite status members." She folded her hands in front of her. "If you'd like, I can direct you to a seating area in the main terminal." A few other travelers glanced over at the scene, their curious gazes lingering on Olivia. Olivia's jaw tightened, but she took a deep breath. She'd seen this before. This wasn't about lounge policies. "No need," Olivia said, her voice steady as ever. "You'll be seeing me again very soon." She turned and walked away, her steps deliberate but unhurried. The return. 2 weeks later, the Skybridge International Airport was as busy as ever. Claire stood at her post by the lounge entrance, smiling and greeting travelers with polished professionalism. Her gaze shifted to the large, tinted glass doors of the terminal as a row of sleek black SUVs pulled up. The doors opened, and out stepped Olivia Reed. But this time, she was not alone. Flanked by 3 associates dressed in sharp business suits, Olivia's presence was undeniable. Her attire was striking, a tailored white suit, subtle gold accessories, and heels that echoed authority with each step. Claire's smile froze as she recognized Olivia. Her eyes darted nervously to her supervisor, a man named Richard, who had just stepped out from the lounge. "Good morning, Ms. Reed," Richard said, his voice unusually upbeat as he approached. "Welcome back. We've been expecting you." Claire's eyes widened, her confusion turning to shock. "Expecting her?" she muttered under her breath. Richard's smile grew wider as he cleared his throat. "Everyone, please give a warm welcome to Ms. Olivia Reed, the largest shareholder of Skybridge International Airport," he announced, raising his voice so nearby employees and travelers could hear. Claire's face drained of color. Her lips parted, but no words came out. Her eyes flickered toward Olivia, wide with disbelief. Olivia stepped forward, her gaze firmly locked on Claire. "Thank you, Richard," Olivia said with calm authority. "Today marks a shift in how this lounge will operate. Going forward, every person, regardless of status, appearance, or assumptions, will be treated with respect." She glanced at Claire with a cool, knowing look. "That includes staff as well." Those who fail to uphold this standard will be replaced. The air grew heavy. Claire's eyes lowered as her heart pounded in her chest. Olivia's gaze remained on her. Claire, please step aside. You're relieved of your duties effective immediately. Claire's face flushed. Ms. Reed, please. I didn't mean. You didn't mean to get caught, Olivia replied. But you did. Collect your belongings. Your supervisor will escort you out. The lesson. That afternoon, Olivia gathered the lounge staff for a brief meeting. The air was tense, but Olivia's calm voice broke through the silence like a clear bell. Today's incident isn't about one person, Olivia said, standing at the head of the room. It's about a culture of assumptions that we're about to change. Respect is not optional, it's a requirement. And from this point on, we'll lead by example. The staff listened intently, their eyes filled with a mix of awe and determination. The story of Olivia Reed is not simply a moment of just revenge, but also contains profound lessons and a powerful message about respect, justice, and the ability to change reality. Here are the lessons learned from this story. Never judge people by their appearance. Employee Claire made the mistake of judging Olivia based solely on her appearance. This is an expensive lesson about not drawing conclusions based on personal prejudices or assumptions. External images are never enough to judge a person. The saying, "Don't judge a book by its cover," has never been more true than in this case. Message: don't let stereotypes blind you. Treat everyone with respect, because you never know who is standing in front of you. The power of calm and patience. Olivia could have gotten angry immediately, but she chose to act with calm and patience. Instead of causing conflict on the spot, she stepped back, prepared her strategy, and came back stronger than ever. Not only did she regain control of the situation, but she also reshaped the culture of the place. Message: sometimes, the best revenge comes not from anger but from calm and strategy. Instead of reacting immediately, act with a clear plan and create real change. The power of mastery. Instead of just responding, Olivia bought part of the airport and set new rules. This teaches us that being in control is the most powerful way to create change. Not only did she regain control of the situation, but she also transformed herself into a real authority figure. The message: when you take control, you not only take back your rights, but you can change the game forever. Don't just fight for your position, fight to change the system. Respect is not an option, it's a requirement. When Olivia fired employee Claire, she emphasized that respect is not an option, it's a requirement. This statement carries great weight. In any environment, whether work, family, or social, respect should not be negotiable. Everyone deserves to be treated fairly, regardless of status or appearance. Message: everyone deserves respect. Be a promoter of this culture in your life and in your work environment. Don't be afraid to stand up for yourself. Olivia is not afraid to stand up and defend herself. Instead of silently suffering injustice, she came back as a leader. She changed the game, not only for herself but for everyone who may be in a similar situation. Message: don't be afraid to stand up for yourself. Sometimes, you need to be your own voice, and that will not only change your life but also change the lives of others. Building a culture of respect in the work environment. Olivia held a meeting with staff to make it clear that the business's culture would not tolerate discrimination or disrespect. This emphasizes the importance of building a fair and safe environment for everyone. Message: businesses, companies, and organizations all need to build an inclusive and respectful environment. If you are the boss, make sure your employees understand this and practice it. Anyone can be a game changer. Not only does Olivia get her revenge, she also becomes a game changer. She changed the way the VIP lounge operated, eliminating a culture of discrimination and reestablishing standards for staff. She did not let herself become a victim but became a game changer. Message: each of us can become a game changer. When you face injustice, remember that you have the right and power to change the situation. This story isn't just about Olivia Reed. It's about everyone who's been underestimated, overlooked, or disrespected. Olivia's story reminds us that dignity and respect should never be negotiable. And sometimes, the best way to create change is to own the very system that tried to shut you out. If this story moved you, like, comment, and subscribe to Story Precious for more empowering stories. Share your thoughts below. What would you have done in Olivia's place? And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss an inspiring tale.